What's up? Welcome into the nightcap. It's the last Wednesday of May as we turn into June. Milan's decision from the NBA or back to college looms. Lots of other fun things going. I'm Matthias Schwarzkopf. With me is Dylan Sainer and Levi Stevenson. What's going on, fellas?
Not too much. We are deep in the bowels of the off season now.
Hell yeah.
like now we're talking like this week is kind of like all the off season conference meetings where they're all contemplating. Tony Petitti's back there cranking hog in his hotel room about all the ways he can ruin college football.
Did you see Brent Venables had spinal fusion and he was was standing during his press conference? He had a just giant neck brace and he's just chilling.
Not to laugh at the guy, not to laugh at his pain, but that would be a funny visual.
Yeah, it was I don't know. I mean, I'm not laughing. That would suck immensely. But it was just like, man, like get him a fucking chair or something, man.
Help the poor guy out.
But no, that's the SEC for you. You know, not helping people out, just caring about themselves and not Brent Venables, I guess. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of funny though because if you look at like all the SEC stuff, they're not totally united on the 2014 playoff thing. Like a lot of the SEC is like towing the party line where they're just saying like, oh, this is terrible for college football, lot or whatever. But then like Tennessee was like that. What is that ceiling fan doing at this point?
It's just aesthetic, dude. I guess I don't know. You mean
ambiance?
Would you rather have it faster or off? I mean, those are your
one of the two. I don't know.
Shit.
Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, no, was it Tennessee, I believe, said that. So now we got a question for how fast that thing goes. Yeah.
Cranked her up, dude.
Yeah. We're gonna see what happens. I think it's gonna punch a hole right through the ceiling. Yeah, a couple schools in the SEC even are like, I kind of like the 2014 playoff. Notably Tennessee, who a lot of years would be on that bubble of the 12 team. They'd be a bubble team in a 12 team playoff. But
I mean, we would have been in the playoff several times.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Yeah, didn't somebody like post a graphic of like it wasn't this past year, but it was the two previous years of if there was a 2014 playoff and how everything shook out. Iowa State would have been in the playoff not last year, but the 2 years
24,
prior.
Yeah. They would have made it 24 and 20 and 2020.
We would have had a bye in 2020.
Carter, my shirt says Iowa State Cyclones 1996 Big 8 Conference Tournament champions.
That's an old Charlie Hustle shirt, right?
It is an old Charlie Hustle t-shirt.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dylan Sander is sponsored by Big Ass Fans.
I have one of those in my living room.
You do have one of those. Yeah, that's right. I remember you had that big fucking fan.
Those are cool.
Yeah, then I think the Big 12 meetings start later this week too, and I think everyone is kind of expecting Yormark to go out there and really, really push hard for the 2014 playoff.
Well, we got a question here of where do we think Milan is going to go?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to start with Milan or.
I think that's where we'll start, since it's basically we have within the next 3 hours he has to say what he's doing, which all signs point to him coming back to college.
Specifically, really, in the next few hours, he has to publicly say if he's coming back.
Yes.
If he's staying, he doesn't have to announce anything.
Correct.
Can we read like meme ones? Because I just saw a funny one on Twitter.
Meme what?
Milan news.
Oh.
He's going to withdraw from the NBA draft and return to college. Expected to commit to Murray State after learning Coach Cal is no longer at Kentucky. I want to follow in Jaws' footsteps. I like that. That's a good one.
You know, at this point with that, you know, the teams that are really out there for this is Kentucky, St. John's, and Louisville. And the way that Kentucky fans are acting, you'd almost just Send him to Louisville and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
Milan's not going to fix Kentucky's issues. They have a head coach problem. They have a fan base problem. They have a whole load of issues.
So do you know kind of how like last week we talked about like rules and everyone brings up the rule like you should only get one transfer unless a head coaching change and all that. Something just dawned on me. Like if we're gonna have GMs and we're gonna be paying guys salaries and stuff, can we implement some kind of trade system?
That's pretty tough because like they do as of right now still have to take classes and things like that.
Right. Yeah. But like say this guy wants to transfer from your school and Kentucky wants to sign him. Kentucky should have to pay your school.
I don't hate the idea of like Kentucky having to like buy out a contract or something like that. Like I don't hate that. It certainly would slow things down a little bit. Like if Kentucky had to not only pay some sort of NIL or salary or whatever like that, but then they'd have to buy out a contract from another school type of thing.
That'd be sick.
I honestly don't think that would be the worst thing because that would really, really slow down the transfer portal like a whole lot. Because all of a sudden every
season poaching, yeah,
right. And you couldn't just transfer because you wanted to go try to make more money. You would have to actually be good for somebody to do that.
Oh, like somebody would want to pony up for you to buy out your contract.
It's like trading the in MLB and NBA for the cash considerations later to be announced.
Or like there's like an automatic built-in fee or something like that it's like, let's say they have to buy out 20% of the yearly contract value or something like that. You know, whatever that number happens to be. Because like if there's a multi-year contract, then they would. I mean, well, actually, no. You just if you set up a 2-year contract for an athlete and then they want to leave after the end of that, then there's no buyout. Yeah, just like a normal contract.
Josiah, I think I'm saying Josiah. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry if I did pronounce that wrong. He says Milan's coming back to Ames. He's not delusional.
Okay.
What would make you not delusional, my friend? What's the word?
Okay, Monster Man.
Like, are we going to put percentages on it? Because if we are, we're like less than 5%, right? Probably
less than that.
Yeah, I mean,
Jake Brent says 1%.
Yeah, if I'm saying Dylan, unless you're getting ready to cut a check, I don't think Milan's coming.
Yeah, I don't know if I can afford him. You call Brock, he might be able to.
Oh, he's
Brock could swing it. Yeah, Brock or Tyrese or George.
Wouldn't that be something though?
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this before too. Like with how the roster is currently constructed, it's not really constructed with Milan in mind. So you'd really have to kind of shoehorn him in there, and it might not be the best fit anyways. Because I mean, as we saw against Tennessee, I mean, I promised you, I'm not like disparaging Milan here, but he's not a great rebounder. He's not a great defender. Like, he's okay defender, but not great. He's not a good rebounder. He can't really create his own shot off the dribble or anything like that. Like, he's limited in what you can do with him. So you kind of want to have a team that's built around being able to get him as many open shots as possible.
But all that said, he would still make the team better.
I mean, as far as overall talent level, yes. But like, does that mean does Milan coming back give Iowa State more wins next season? I don't know. It's tough to say because, like I said, I don't think the roster's not built with in mind of having Milan on the team. So it's just kind of I don't know. It would be an odd fit, I think, roster wise.
Does this roster now constructed the way it is? It almost gives you like a vibe of like the Isaiah Brockington team on steroids.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to make more than Niang this year.
He'll make more than Niang for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the tricky part is like with the Isaiah Brockington team is you had a dude that if you needed a guy to go get a bucket.
But like it was like a team constructed of guys that like had some offensive challenges, which I think these guys have more offensive firepower than what that team did.
Oh, big time.
But it's with the defense in mind, but more talent. I guess that's kind of where I'm angling that.
They'll still be a top 5, top 10 defensive team. They'll probably still be a top 25 offensive team. They're just like the scoring will definitely be more balanced. Like I I don't know if I see anybody on the roster right now that I look at as like, oh, this guy's going to be 18-point a game scorer. I mean, if Jamarian Bateman turns out to be that, great.
I mean, it usually happens. Like, you don't always know who it is, but like,
yeah,
it'll happen.
It seems to me like this is a type of team. This is a type of
ISU Bucks. I think we're past that point. Thankfully,
yeah, we're quite a bit past that. I think. You'd hope so, but like they brought in a bunch of guys that while none of them are like 3-point snipers like Milan is, a lot of them are pretty like Isaiah, Bond is a very competent 3-point shooter. Bully Johnson's a competent 3-point shooter. Like.
Yeah, they're all in like that 35
to 38%.
Seems to be the common range that they're all sitting, which is, respectable. Nobody's going to shoot 50% all the time, So,
and I mean, it kind of sucks to live and die by that.
I will take a 35. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
You had a freeze there. That's
oh my God. Yeah. It's horrific. Dylan, what were you going to say?
It like kind of sucks to live and die by that. Sometimes like it's awesome, and 50% sounds great, or 48 or whatever it ended at, like, but on an off night it feels really bad.
Oh yeah, big time. And that's the thing too, is like when you have a guy like Milan on the team, that because you kind of got to build your offense around him a little bit just because of his limitations. But when another team takes that away, when what Tennessee did, Tennessee just removed him from the game. And that was a huge problem for Iowa State. They could not overcome that. Now, granted, having Joshua Jefferson probably fixes some of that, but given what they had, you don't have Joshua Jefferson this year. You hope Trey Singleton is somewhere in the neighborhood, but like you don't really know. So like that's the tricky part of this, is that you have Milan coming back. You got to build around him, and then
Thanks, Donnie.
Corey.
I love Corey, man. That hurts. He's a good dude.
I have no doubt about it, but that punt
it wasn't all his fault, man. They were making him do some weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that was a dark era for the old Iowa State special teams there. A couple year stretch there. It was not great. Fortunately, you had the saving grace there was Garrett Owen, the kicker. He was pretty good. But
yeah, I mean, Sally put PATs in there, dude.
Sally did knock through some PATs.
Did he ever miss one?
PATs? I don't know. I have to check, but I don't. Not many. If he did, wish he had a little more range on that leg, but that's all right.
I mean, yeah, not even just PATs. Like short yardage field goals are pretty automatic.
Yeah,
we just didn't have the 55-yard leg.
Mm-hmm. Not like we got now.
Yeah.
Where you can post them up from 60 and you feel all right about it.
Hey, you're like, oh yeah, touchback. All right, let's get one first down. We'll get points.
Right. Yeah. So at this point, though, to answer the original question back there, I would guess either Kentucky or Louisville. I mean, maybe it's St. John's, but at this point, I would see it's very unlikely that Milan goes to the NBA.
I mean, there's no reason to.
Yeah, it just came across from Pete Thamel. Milan has withdrawn from the draft officially.
Yep. So it'll be probably one of those three, unless someone shows up with something somewhere.
But like, I mean, that's obvious, right? There's not a reason to enter the draft. Like, am I wrong about that? I mean,
well, if you're not going to be a first round pick,
I don't think the whole draft process didn't go as planned as what. Obviously, when he first entered this thing, everybody's initial plan is to stay in the draft.
I mean, for numbers that are getting thrown around, yeah, he's got to be. I mean, I don't think it's worth it ever, actually.
What up, AJ? And the thing with him too is like the longer this into the portal this has gone, the bidding war has just become outrageous.
Yeah, so like what's he looking at? Like 15 mil? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. It'd be like seven or 8, like 7 maybe, yeah.
Like then there is that.
What is going on? Matthias's Wi-Fi is just a pile of dog shit right now.
Like to get 7 mil in year one, what do you have to be like top 10?
He's the number one transfer. He's the number one player in the portal right now.
I'm saying.
To make that in the draft, yeah, you'd need to be a lottery
10.
pick. You need to be a lottery pick, yeah, which he's not going to be. But even if you were saying like he's going to be at the back end of the first round, you're not going to make quite as much money, but you're going to have a guaranteed contract in the NBA and probably on a winning team. Like if he could have ended up as a Spur or something like that at the end of that round as a shooter, just get a first round pick as a Spur.
You know what that looks like in year one? Like $3 million. I mean,
yeah, but he's also on a guaranteed contract with the NBA and also in a franchise that's winning and would have a good plan to use him. Like if he could have been a Spur, like I guarantee he would have stayed in.
I guess he runs the risk of like falling off next season. Like if he doesn't,
he won't shoot 50% again.
I know
it's not going to happen. Yeah,
but if he does,
I mean, if he does, I guess. But like, it's extremely unlikely, especially because granted, he'll be on a team that has other good scorers and stuff like that. But if he goes to St. John's, he's going to be the focal point of the defensive game plan. Remove Milan from the equation, and you can remove him from the game with a 6'8" guy with a little bit with some balance and a wingspan.
But it's also not like a Jalen Rayner where it's like he's a great quarterback. He's going to a little bit different situation. Like, how is this going to translate? He's played the hardest competition there is in college basketball. So, like, I mean.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that Tennessee showed the game plan to removing him.
But like you said, that game plan isn't – although it still probably is somewhat successful, it's not as foolproof with Jefferson in the lineup. Like,
no.
With what Louisville has added, though, like that almost seems like the place that he needs to go to be that open shooter because of in theory, what they added just because of the. Is it going bad again? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's been bad the whole time, dude.
In and out.
It has never not been bad in this show.
Really?
Actually, he's going to Penn State.
Yeah, yeah. Just goes to Penn State because fuck it.
Whatever. To play football, he's going to dual sport it.
Yeah. It's always fun. I think we probably talked about this. It's always funny to me when you think of like tall players in football versus tall players in basketball. How like Steph Curry would be like a tall receiver, but he's just short in the NBA. So that just because it's just the calibration's totally different. So it's funny. Like Milan is like, he's tall, but he's not unusually tall for basketball, but he would be easily the tallest football player on the field most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about the same thing like a while ago. But yeah, so we'll see what the funny part is if he ends up at St. John's, we might end up seeing him in Vegas at the Players Era tournament. If I was saying St. John's wins their first two games, they would meet each other in a semifinal, and you could end up playing Milan. Which would be like, it would be kind of weird, but we would also kind of know how to stop him. And unfortunately for Milan, if they play against us, granted he would know where the weak spot on our defense is, but we also have a guy named Leon Bond who is he's like 6'5", 6'6", bounce, athletic, super good defender. You could put him on Milan and cause a ton of problems for him.
Arizona would hurt a little bit.
I don't think he'll go to Arizona. Like I don't think that was real, like real. I think that was I mean maybe someone leaked that to Goodman or something, but I don't really ever buy that Arizona was a real possibility.
That one would sting a little bit.
Yeah. Because there was like someone, there was some initial like, there was some initial like speculation that maybe like Kansas would look at him, but like that would suck. But I really don't think he'll go to a Big 12 school. I think it'll be one of those three: Kentucky, Louisville, or St. John's. Those are the only three that have got like a bunch of extra money left over. The speculation from Arizona came from where they think they're going to end up losing Koa Pete, and that would free up his NIL money. But the problem is that Milan would need more money than Koa Pete got, so they would still have to find more money on top of what Koa Pete got, and that's the tough part. And there's a good argument to be had too that like our team got better by losing Milan because they turned it into a few players. They turned it into Bond and Singleton and all that. Like, you got 3 good players that do different things that fit nicely in your scheme versus one guy that, you know, is the best shooter in college basketball, but, you know, at times can be a bit of a one-trick pony. And
I'm curious.
Grant,
to
his
see the
one trick's
number.
real good, but
If it's like in the 6 to 8 million range, like everybody thinks, or if somebody just does something crazy.
someone just ponies up, finds 10 million someplace.
Yeah.
Like
10,
if
12,
Duke swoops in out of nowhere and just finds 10 million, or Michigan swoops in and out of nowhere and finds 10 million. Because if there's any school in the country that can just find 10 million to find a good basketball player, it's probably Michigan.
Yeah. They literally just want a natty off of doing exactly that.
Right. Just the infamous Michigan money cannon. They'll just find it someplace. But I don't anticipate that to be the case. So unfortunately, like I said, the Milan back to Iowa State dream is probably dead. It's less than 1% chance of happening. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. And if you run into the Players Era tournament, you hope that you can your knowledge of his game you can use Leon Bond or whoever or Singleton or whoever to shut him down. If he goes to Kentucky or Louisville, you hope you don't meet him till the Final Four, and then you see what you can do, type of thing. It'll be weird to see him, and I think like if the calendar was different, where he could, you know, he didn't have to enter the transfer portal until after the combine, you know, I think he would probably be a Cyclone. Like he would come back and he'd be a Cyclone. But unfortunately, the calendar sucks right now for basketball. The calendar's fine for football, but it's really, really terrible for basketball. And
Still not great for football.
it's not great for football, but it's a lot better than it is for basketball. And, you know, that's kind of the situation. If the calendar was more accommodating for this type of situation, Milan would probably be a Cyclone. But that is not how it worked out.
He can play. Can he play 2 more years?
If they do the 5-5, he can.
If that rule goes through.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll see what happens there, because, you know, I guess we could just transition right into that. Is that Ted Cruz, and then who was the other one? It was a bipartisan bill that was written up that essentially had a lot of the pieces that people have been kind of talking about, the 5-5 rule, so just 5 years to play, and then it would limit. I think it would create like a hard salary cap. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
Milan back to Ames in 2027 if Jamie Pollard wins the lottery.
Yeah, no shit. I was trying to find a quick. Salary cap, transfer restrictions. So limit athletes to transfer schools one time without penalty. Athlete eligibility to maximum 5 years. Prohibit former professional players and including European players from coming over. And you would not be able to poach coaches in season. So
why can't I win the lottery, dude? If I won the lottery, I'd give the guy $15 million, and the Cyclone fans would love me forever.
I mean,
What's that
Dude,
mean by
insane.
you're gonna have to ask it again.
Yeah. Matthias's internet is insane tonight.
So what's it mean by limiting European?
So basically, the language that was used is that any player that had received compensation for playing outside of prize money would be ineligible. So if you've gotten paid as a salary in a professional league, either in Europe or in the United States, and you've gotten paid any money besides like prize money for winning a tournament, then you would be ineligible to be in to play college athletics. So
I got you, Donnie. If I win the lottery, you can have a lifetime CF premium membership. Actually, you and your whole family, and every kid and grandkid and everyone.
there you go.
Actually, I could probably just buy CF and just give it to you.
Probably.
What do they get up to now? Like crazy numbers, like
I mean,
20.
usually the Powerball or something like that is up into the hundreds of millions or even $1 billion.
yeah. billion.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if that happens, because it is a bipartisan bill. So you theoretically might get some support in Congress, and since
there's your Pete staying in the draft. Did you see that?
Pete staying in the draft now. Okay, well, I still don't think he'll go to Arizona, but
That would suck.
that would definitely suck if he did. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this congressional thing happens though, because up to this point, conference and school administrators have just kept kicking the can down the road, haven't done anything about it. They haven't done anything to help themselves. They tried making the College Sports Commission, and that was another part of it. I thought the bill too is that it would establish it would give more power to the College Sports Commission and prevent anybody from it would create protections essentially for the CSC to be able to enforce its laws without legal recourse. So basically giving them some antitrust protections, basically, to allow them to govern the sport with actual teeth instead of having to make this decision, go through lawsuits, make a decision, go through lawsuits. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. Yeah, and this is an important part too. I mean, because this goes with out of Crooks and stuff like that too. Is that they leave early? They might not get in the Hall of Fame, no jerseys in the rafters or anything like that, because Audi was probably on pace to have her jersey in the rafters, and now that ain't gonna happen. And granted, how you leave is a lot, makes a lot of difference. Milan just being forced to leave basically because the transfer calendar sucks, is a lot different than Audi leaving for essentially to bag chase at Oklahoma State. That's two different things.
Well, let's not put the bag chasing completely beyond him.
Milan?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that he went out of his way to bag chase, but I mean, at the end of the day,
he's going to make a bunch more money for sure.
That's the reason he's not going to the draft.
I think part of it too.
He said that a couple of weeks ago. He's like, I'll just make more money in college.
Well, part of it too is when you're a second round pick in the NBA is that you don't have a guaranteed contract, and it's usually a two-way contract.
Ass.
Yeah, life as a second round pick in the NBA is way, way worse than being a first round pick.
And I think with his agency being probably the best there is, just based on who they are and the guys they represent, they probably knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, and it's one of those things that. So the playing players enter the draft during the team's convenient excuse. The problem here though is that one, Milan is worth a bunch of money, a lot of money, and a lot more money than Iowa State has left in the NIL bank right now. And sure, could he theoretically come back to Iowa State and play for pennies? Yes, he could do that. But if you were given the option to play one college basketball season, play for $7 million, or play for, I don't know what we could find, 1.5. I don't know what the number is that we could actually find, but
go get the lottery ticket. We need it.
But I totally understand I totally understand the logic of, coming back, playing for your team for the discount because you don't want to play in another uniform in college. I get it. I totally understand that. I totally understand that line of thinking, but that's a
Carter.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you're asking Milan to sacrifice potentially $5 million or more dollars.
Yeah. So what we've had to do, I've had to do this for other people, is you have to, the internet Matthias could afford with a $7 million NIL deal.
It'd only skip once every minute or so.
Yeah, he could be in this. You could have your own data center.
It'd be the normal world.
So you kind of have to put it into terms for some people, because it's you love the players and they should love Iowa State and this and that. Take your job, what you do. Doesn't matter what you make. Let's say you make $2 million a year. That'd be awesome. But someone else offered you to do the same exact job for $8 million. I mean, it's kind of tough to be nah, I wouldn't do that. I don't know.
And 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 is a lot different than going 2 to 8.
Yeah.
And that's the trick. And the other part of that too is, where does he fit on this roster? And so like he can go to Louisville or Kentucky. He can find a roster that's probably pretty well suited for him. That's going to be able to more easily accommodate his shortcomings, and also just make like triple or quadruple, triple, double the money, whatever the multiplier is. But I get it. But you're asking Milan to make a very large sacrifice. A big sacrifice to come back and play for Iowa State when none of this is his fault at all.
Yeah, and that's why the mutual parting of ways initially has happened, So
Right.
It's not fair to either side to kind of wait on each other. Especially
Eventually, it just kind of sucks that like every player or coach that we have that becomes really good, like almost it feels like they outgrow us. Like I don't like that, and it sucks. Like,
Yeah. Oh, good question. What is the origin of the name of the Lightcast name? Doesn't make sense to me since you guys are after dark. The Lightcast is a holdover from our Wide Right 90 Light days. We just didn't change the name of the pod, and it's doing fine.
it came with.
It came
Yo,
with. Technically,
we-
the show that I do with Marchie and Jordan is still Down the Pipe and Natty Light, but we'll probably just call it Down the Pipe. But yeah, anyways.
Are we expecting this like any second now? I'm trying to keep an eye out, but
What
What?
are you looking for?
Like
Milan, like
him picking a school?
Oh, it won't be today.
it won't be.
Yeah,
no, it won't be today. Yeah, no. My guess is if I would be kind of surprised even if he made a decision this week. Like I would doubt he's visited with anybody or
His
anything
agent
like that.
certainly has.
His agent probably has, but like he hasn't visited a school or anything like that yet, as far as I know. So that's we won't get any answer on that tonight.
Yeah, I think they probably have a general idea, but I bet he'll go visit all of them.
Yeah, I mean, so why is Milan going to get less hate than Rocco and the rest of the clones? So I think the Rocco and everybody was like lumped into the Campbell situation where like people were already pissed off about the Campbell thing, and so they just got mad at all the players. When like, in my opinion, it's like harder to blame some of the football players just because like a lot of them were just Campbell guys, and that's who they wanted to play for. And I mean, I've played and I've built relationships with coaches like that. So, I mean, it's a little easier for me to understand, but yeah, I don't know.
The other part of this too is that like, again, Milan is largely a victim of the calendar here. It's just far as when he's allowed to go to the transfer portal, when all that stuff happens. And Iowa State basically had to make a decision. Like they had to come to a decision like, are you coming back or are you not? If you're not, then we need to just move on and we need to build our team as though you're not coming back. Whereas like the Penn State, the football thing is like they followed your coach, like they followed their coach, like you said. And
But I think people were already pissed off.
they were
So,
for
like,
sure.
They
And
were
I know
just
like
getting,
Ben Bramer fired off a couple tweets that rubbed people the wrong way, and Rocco's interview, whether it was taken out of context or whatever, didn't sound awesome. So like there's been more like little thorns coming out of the football situation. The basketball thing, like I if Milan went to a Big 12 school, I think that would be a lot different. Like all of a sudden things would change quite a bit.
yeah,
Where,
Arizona, they would hate him. But
and frankly, I think he would deserve it at that point.
yeah, okay, so advocating for Arkansas for Milan, I'm telling you, just because their name isn't out there, don't put it past them. They have an absolute war chest.
Yeah, for all the money that they think that Arkansas puts into football, they actually do put it into basketball.
They do. They gave, I mean, dude, Don Tyson, the owner of Tyson Chicken, he gave a blank check to him and said, Coach Cal, get him.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Arkansas, I do have something for football kickoff times from Arkansas.
Oh, wait, because I saw that they were bitching about kickoff times. I saw that.
The AD, I have the letter.
Yeah. That's his. Yeah, pull it up. Whenever your internet allows you to do that, it's fine too. Okay.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Ah! What in the fuck is happening here?
I'm extremely concerned, displeased, la, la, la. They set their game at Utah for 9:15, then on that, and then you return to campus approximately 6 a.m., followed by an 11 a.m. home kickoff against Georgia on the next September. It'll cost them nearly a full day of rest that'd otherwise be available to them, la, la, la. Basically, other victims of the SEC. Yeah, shut the fuck up. This is stupid.
It's a little stupid, but I would have a widely different take than you guys. I mean, it makes sense. It's rough. It is rough.
I don't disagree with you that the schedule is rough. I don't disagree with you at all. What I have a problem with is that, one, these people sign the contracts, the TV contracts, knowing that they are at the mercy of the networks as far as when their kickoff times are. Period. That's what it is. You signed up for it. You're making what the SEC is, $60, $70 million a school per year. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't you don't get to bitch about this.
But I mean, that would definitely. Coach Campbell would be fired up about.
He's
that.
not wrong. Yeah. He's not wrong that that's a shitty schedule.
And
no doubt about it. Well,
I can see the Matt Campbell speech.
We just had to play in Ireland. We had to play in Ireland, and then the next week come right back home and do an even worse schedule than this.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely hurt us for a little while anyways, and Matt Campbell talked about how difficult that was. Absolutely. We also signed up for it. And, that's just, it is what it is. You know, they didn't bitch about it ahead of time. They might have bitched about it afterwards because they found out it sucked. But, they didn't bitch about it ahead of time. They just dealt with it and then said, fuck, this was terrible. You know, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. We have our own kickoff times.
There you go.
Got noon on September 5th against SEMO. That one's going to be 2,000 degrees.
Yeah.
And then, as the home opener always is. And then you've got Iowa. We got Cyhawk as a 6:30 kick on NBC. That'll be a good environment. Then 11 a.m. the next week against
Fired
Bowling
up.
Green. I think we should bitch about this schedule.
We go
noon, 6:30, noon.
Wait.
Noon, 6:30, then 11. I think we should bitch about this.
5 p.m. on a Friday. Gonna be wild.
For an away game? Hell yeah. I'm all about that. 5 p.m. kick on a Friday for an away game where I can just kick back and watch it
thankfully
on
not
TV.
a home game.
Yeah, that'd be some bullshit if it was a home game. But both of the Friday games are away, which I am totally good with.
Yeah, at Bowling Green at 11 a.m. it will be a rough one. Not
Who was
this
I
one,
talking to?
but the next one.
Someone, I remember, there was maybe it was March, I don't remember. Said that they didn't mind the 11 a.m. kicks because you kind of just got to get up and fucking do it type of thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't mind them either because, honestly, 7 p.m. games suck. You sit around a hotel all day. Yeah.
That BYU game is going to be. We did it just not that long ago.
Yeah. I wish that game was about a month later, and then you'd have a better idea what the fuck's going on. But October 9th at BYU is rough.
That is, sixth game of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, at Bowling Green is next year is horrible. I mean, I can't believe we haven't tried to buy out of that thing. That's just
11 a.m. at Bowling Green, dude. That's going to be a tough one to get up for.
Yeah, kind of like the Ohio game a few years ago.
Yeah, that went well, didn't it?
That went super good. God. I mean, it was kind of impressive that team still put together a 7-5 regular season after that shit, but
dude,
losing at Ohio is rough. A rough go. Have we ever played at an FCS program?
We won't.
Ooh, we won't, and I don't think we've never played at UNI or South Dakota State or I don't think we would ever. I don't think
I wouldn't put it past them to do a home and home.
We're gonna do a fucking home and home with Wisconsin Whitewater or something.
We were doing Bowling Green, might as well.
Yeah, no shit. So we would have definitely played at it's what would have at the time Iowa Teachers College, which was UNI. We would have played at UNI when they were in in the top division in the Missouri Valley and all that way back in the 1910s. We would have played at UNI then, but playing at a school while they were in the FCS, no shot. Even at the absolute bottom of the barrel, we would have never done that.
Home and home with any school, who would you pick?
Wisconsin. No question. Wisconsin.
Not Minnesota.
No.
If it was Campbell and Fleck, I'd pick Minnesota.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
if it was still Campbell and Fleck, yes, I'd take Minnesota. Now, definitely Wisconsin.
Nebraska.
Nebraska's not bad, yeah.
Tom's in there. Thomas is in there counting my F-bombs.
What about Hawaii? Just to go.
For the vibes only.
Not right now. Not till their new stadium is built.
Yeah.
Because right now they're playing like in a high school stadium. I think their new stadium gets done next year, maybe, something like that. Because they played in Aloha Stadium
That
for a
feels
long
like-
time.
Yeah.
Matthias was trying to say something. I don't know.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it would. I think Wisconsin's a no-brainer. I think Wisconsin is like the most no-brainer of no-brainers for home and homes. I mean, Nebraska.
Carter wants a home and home with Penn State. Let us rebuild a little bit.
I'd rather do that in the playoff.
Yeah, let us rebuild.
Make Penn State come to Jack Trice in late December. Fuck them. Like, Missouri.
I always thought Notre Dame coming to Jack Trice would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Missouri, I think, would be a good option there. You can revive the telephone trophy.
LSU would be cool.
LSU would be real cool. That would be a fun home and home. I would.
Yeah.
I don't love like going to Death Valley.
No.
It'd be fun.
Wisconsin feels like a notable home atmosphere that still feels doable to win
Yeah, you can win down there.
in Death Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can, but like, feel like
Plus-
that feels like if you go into Wisconsin right
mean,
now,
maybe
you could probably win
not,
by 14.
Like maybe not now that they got Coach O back, they may never lose a game.
Yeah. Georgia Tech or Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech I could do. Georgia Tech's kind of a weird choice.
They're always pretty good, but
Georgia Tech, I mean, they were good like last 2
Illinois?
years, but before that they were very like milquetoast for 20 years or more. Illinois would be an interesting one. I mean, just for proximity purposes, I think Illinois would be kind of
I
fun.
think it just has to be proximity. Like you have
call
to
it
do
call
like
it the Marchie Murdoch Bowl.
just do anything in the Midwest. Travel.
Georgia Tech is not a triple option team anymore. They haven't been for a few years
you don't want to
now.
expand your horizons, like get out of the Midwest a little bit.
Washington State, hell
Well-
fucking no, dude. We're not going to goddamn.
Yes, but we like to travel too. So I mean, a drive up to Madison would be just
Yeah. We're not going to Pullman, Washington. Sorry.
I'm
That's not
thinking
gonna
like
happen.
out of the Midwest.
We're not trying to play home and homes with G5 schools, remember?
USC.
USC's home atmosphere blows ass, though.
Well, now, yeah,
I mean, like it almost
like-
always does.
like 2005 USC. We'll
Yeah, sure. Let's go back and play the Matt Leinart, Lendale
Yeah.
White, Reggie Bush. Yeah, let's go back and play that. Mike Williams.
Thomas. We're already doing Tulane.
Who else was on that? Clay Matthews was on that team. Like, let's go back and play them. Yeah. Wisconsin would easily be my number one pick.
Alabama.
Close by, fun program we'd never play.
Indiana.
No,
Ooh.
nope. Not while Sig's there. No thanks.
Yeah, I want to play someone good. Like,
I just like Wisconsin's just right there. For me personally, Madison's. I'm a full hour closer to Madison than I am to Ames, so it's an easy drive for me to get to Madison. I'd take Wisconsin. Minnesota if Campbell and Flack were still here. But Arkansas might be fun.
yeah, I mean the battle of like pooled noodles.
Ooh, if you had to do one with a California school, I'm gonna say.
I mean, is
Stanford.
I think you'd probably pick
Let's get the
UCLA.
dub. Oh yeah.
I think you'd probably say UCLA just on the basis of playing in the Rose Bowl and all that shit. USC I don't care about. Cal's fine, but I don't like that they're like that's not a program I
Sack
care about.
State.
Stanford is dog shit.
I mean, USC would be the most like,
They'd be the most prestigious one.
yeah, the most blue blooded. Like,
Yeah, I'm just thinking more like in terms of like like playing in the Rose Bowl. UCLA feels like a team you'd like. I don't know.
UNLV didn't come here, did they? No.
and I just like beating Lincoln Riley. It's pretty fun.
UNLV, the last time UNLV played in Ames was like 2000. I want to say 2000 and
What?
7 maybe.
What about Boise State?
No,
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, like if they want to come here, great, but I'm not
No.
interested in going to Boise. Tulane, we do have a
Yeah, we do.
home
We
and
are
home with
doing-
Tulane. We already have the home and home with Tulane.
Tulane. I don't know.
I think I'll probably go down to
Tech.
the one at Tulane. I think
I've been to a game there.
not like a huge stadium, but it'd be fun to go down to New Orleans for a game.
It's old. It's like in the middle of a neighborhood. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If it wasn't in the Midwest, I think Virginia Tech would actually be kind of a fun little home and home. Syracuse, maybe? Syracuse, go play them in the Dome.
Didn't we get a WD-40 donation last week?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
I thought we got.
I know.
Matthias with the squeakiest mic stand just.
Oh, sure, we could hear that, but no fucking everything else freezes.
All right. Do we get more mailbag from last week? I don't think we got through everything.
That's what I was just doing until I got called out for WD-40.
Oh. Well, let's do some more mailbag.
Well, this one was kind of all on the site the same way what we were just talking about. But if you had if the Cyhawk football series was canceled, and you could replace them with a non-conference home and home of your choosing, which we literally had just
Wisconsin, Missouri would be my first two.
which in theory that the Cyhawk series is up in the air. There's 2 more years.
Carter put another $1 in the WD-40 fund.
Thanks, Carter.
Can't wait for that to not get spent.
Actually, that might go to the router foundation.
Yeah, so the Matthias Needs a Router Foundation. There you go. UNLV comes to Ames in 2030. Okay. Fair enough.
I think with the talk of Iowa buying the Elite 8 court, would you buy the LED court? Wait, didn't we talk about that last week?
I don't remember if we did or not, but it would be funny for the meme, but that court was terrible and they ditched it for a reason.
Yeah, but like it'd be cool to have at your house.
Not.
It would,
Okay,
you know
here we
what?
go.
Fair enough. It would be cool to have at my house. That's what maybe they should.
be
They need to
sick.
put that thing up for auction. I'll just get like one panel of it to stick back here.
I know a guy who bought the court out of Hilton, and he built a gym and he put it down in there.
That's awesome. I wish I had that kind of fuck you money. That'd be great.
Likelihood of Ben Nagoye pulling a Darian Porter and getting drafted.
That's a tough call. Benny Nagoye is as good, if not maybe even arguably just a touch better of like a natural athlete.
All around
But-
athlete.
Yeah, just an all around athlete.
DP's fast, man.
DP can cruise.
Fast. And not just like top end speed, like
He's-
get off speed
yeah.
and top end speed.
Yeah. It's not impossible. There's a blueprint there. I would say, I mean, and it did take Darren Porter a while to make that transition. Like it took him like 2 full like off seasons to do it.
But another thing that made him valuable for the draft was his special teams.
Yeah. So
And speed, like that's all they care about. Like
Like-
that is literally, they can teach you to do whatever they want to do. Speed is all they care about.
yeah.
Like
And theoretically, Benny's got the he's got the speed theoretically, but
even Kane getting drafted where he did, like he played behind David Montgomery and Brees Hall, but you can't teach a guy that's running a 4.3. Like
it was less than that. It wasn't like a 4.28.
4.28. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. No, maybe. The thing is, the reason that we call it the Darian Porter thing is because like it happened one time and it's hard to do. So maybe, but right now, like he's still got a lot of growing to do. And like Dylan said, you'd like to see him become or Matthias said, you'd like to see him become like a special teams all-star along with developing into a good corner.
Doing them both at the same time like Darian Porter did.
Right. And if he does that, then yeah, absolutely.
The quickest way, and Dylan could maybe attest to this too, but they say like the quickest way to make yourself valuable as an NFL team is special teams.
Well, yeah, because they don't employ special teamers, right? They employ backup position players that play special teams.
Right. Unless you're what's it, Slater that played for the Patriots for a long time. Very specifically that guy.
I mean, they're very rarely, but like there's, I mean, you think about it, 53 guys, and I forget the exact, but only like 48 or something actually wear pads.
Yeah. So it's five that are inactive.
Yeah. You have 48 guys, and well, you think about it, 8 of them are offensive linemen, 2 to 3 of them are quarterbacks, and then you've got your other starters outside of that.
Which the great thing is they got the emergency quarterback now, so you can still have him inactive and take that spot.
Yeah.
Plus he can play if necessary.
Yeah. So we don't have like CMC taking snaps at quarterback and stuff like we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would make you worry about Jimmy Rogers after year one?
If we suck.
No. We sucked Campbell's first year, but
I mean, like suck. Like
there was like it was 3-9, but there were some good football teams that we were one score. It was like one score games, so there was like hope at least. Getting blown out 3-9, getting blown out 9 times, it would make you worry.
Yeah, I guess and when I mean like we suck means like we were bad, we had a bad record and didn't get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're 4-8, but you finish you win 2 out of 3 or something like that. You can
or even if you're playing like top 25 teams and they're competitive football games. Like
all right, I mean, just like Washington State was last year where they took Ole Miss, James Madison, and
like we're like
into the wire.
I'm this first year like we should be prepared. I hope not, but like we should be prepared to take some moral victories. Like
yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Well, these next 2 questions here and backing off the whole thing. So I'm going to start with Donnie here. What makes you guys think that Rodgers will actually take the torch from Campbell and have the clones not return to the end of the Rhodes era?
I mean, I think what he's done his past 2 places in such a short amount of time is probably a good indicator of what you can expect a little bit.
And I think the recruiting momentum that he has created so far is going to give him a nice baseline to start to avoid that. Now he's just got to pair that with victories on top of it, obviously, to keep that momentum going. I think we talked about it a little bit in the Slack today about, like if you beat Kansas State, Iowa, and somebody else, I remember who it was, but you go 3-9 that way.
Bowling Green.
Yeah, or something like that. Like, I think you need to create the momentum in the recruiting trail. You need to be above 3-9 because 3-9 still doesn't look good from the outside looking in. If somebody's calling you from Iowa State, say, "Yeah, we just went 3-9, but we want to add you to this XYZ." So, but you can also have 3-9 with positive moral victories, I guess, and then make it a little more appealing.
I don't know if you remember some of the guys that.
Did Dylan die?
Dylan like muted somehow.
It's not just me.
I don't know what happened. But
I thought it was me.
I thought it was me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, excuse me. But while Dylan gets his shit figured out.
Yeah, I don't know.
there we go. We got him back.
It was when you added that thing down below that you're about to put on.
I know it freaked
just
out
went
for
to
some
shit.
reason. Yeah.
All right, what were you saying, Dylan?
I don't remember a CTE.
Cool.
right.
Campbell, like 3-9. Campbell brought in a lot of recruits that were like really good. Obviously, like guys that panned out, had long, successful careers, and played in the NFL. So I mean, it's not like you're dead if you go 3-9 or 4-8. But
so
there's a. You go ahead with your thing. I was gonna say,
if you're just your mind's a little bit longer points, I'll let you do your thing.
Okay, so this one's just real quick, but Carter said, "Would you accept last year OK State season?" I'm gonna say no, just because if you factor everything that Oklahoma State was going in, like there was just immense amount of bullshit happening inside those walls, like, and it just cratered.
What was their final record? Was it 3-9?
I think it was 3-9, but
they got better as the season went on for sure.
Well, I guess if you factor that, sure. But that was
at that point they just had a 2016 Iowa State 2016 season basically, but with just a lot more off the field bullshit.
They fired Gundy what?
Game 4, 3, early.
So it took a little bit of a change of ideology at the top for that to happen, which obviously that's not going to happen in year one at Iowa unless something.
So I'll demonstrate to you kind of what the difference is. So like when Campbell started in 2016, the transfer portal didn't exist then really. I mean, they had transfers, but the portal as it is today didn't exist. So like a lot of the 2016 team was built on freshmen, JUCOs, things like that. It was a young team that did that. This time around, you're building it with G5 transfers, some like really productive FCS, and even in the case of Tristan Exline, a D2 transfer. Mm-hmm. They're building it with guys that have played a lot of football and have played it well at different places. So that's you're dealing with a different like as far as like an experience related to talent and like as far as like a known commodity, you're dealing with more known commodities as far as like established talent on this team. How they pan out, we don't know yet. But, 2016 was definitely much more as far as an unknown, as far as like, okay, what is this guy? Is this Dylan Sainer kid going to turn into anything? Is Charlie Kohler going to become anything? It's a lot of young players at that point. At this point, you're talking about, you've got your quarterback is a fifth-year senior that's played a ton of snaps. You've got some experienced running backs. You've got tons of snaps on the offensive line. You've got tons of snaps at receiver. You're not bringing in nearly as many unknowns this time around. But I also want to show. So this weekend is the first weekend of official visits for recruiting. And they're bringing in a few guys here. I'm going to get this fixed. Oh, there it is. All right. So these are the guys that they're bringing in this weekend. Shout out 247. So this is what they've got actually literally tomorrow. So Chris Wilson. So you got a few commits here, obviously with Will Slagle, Isaiah Hansen, your couple of in-state guys, and you've got a couple of linemen there. You've got Savad Robinson, Joe Vineyard. That's great. Those guys are all nice players. I really like them. But you get like Chris Wilson here. This is a guy that we have like a shot at. He's visiting tomorrow. But if you look at his offer list, you got Cincinnati, Purdue, Iowa State, but he's got in Kansas, but he's got Auburn in there, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, West Virginia. Like this is a Power 5 offer list. This is like Iowa State recruiting against its peers. For better or worse, Matt Campbell's a lot of his recruiting classes were taking guys that it was like us, maybe one other Midwest, maybe Kansas State or something, and a bunch of MAC schools. And those recruits did pan out for sure. Mike Rose, he flipped from Ball State, that kind of player. But right now, Iowa State is like in a good spot with and is really competing. Let's say look at like Jalen Welch here. He's from Loganville, Georgia, a really nice safety prospect. West Virginia, Syracuse, Boston College, North Carolina.
Give me Mr. Shaw right there. Let's go 6'8", 275.
Elijah. So we looked through. I looked through some of this tape last night on my Voice College Football show, or the show I do with Carter Hansen now. But Elijah Shaw, 6'8", 275. He's the most raw of these for sure. He plays a little too high. He's a little kind of goofy, but you can teach him. He's a good prospect.
Well, yeah, he's 6'8". I would expect in high school probably playing a little too high.
He's a little too high, and he needs to put on some beef, but big time prospect. Iowa State, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, like a good offer list here that you're used to. That you're
I don't know.
used to.
At 275, I wouldn't want him to go about much more than another 25, 30 pounds.
You want to get him over 300.
Yeah, I mean that's the size I was coming out of high school. Like
I say he needs to be up in the 310, 320 range. With that frame, you got to be up high for that.
Give me 305 and we're gonna roll.
But the point really I'm trying to make here though, like these recruits that you're fighting for here there's a Penn State guy right there. You're actually fighting for Penn State on Roman Combs. If
you're looking at the offer list right now, we are not seeing it. Just FYI.
Oh, really? Oh, well, damn it. Hold on. I thought you were. That's my bad. Let's see here. Let me bring that back up.
Yeah, it was like 275 in high school.
Yeah, so Roman Combs here. You're fighting with Iowa State, with Purdue, Illinois, Pitt, Penn State right there. You're actually head-to-head with Penn State, Indiana, Iowa, Louisville, Wake Forest, West Virginia, and a bunch of MAC schools. Like this is like a legit offer list here.
So
and Iowa State's got a really good shot on these kind. You're like this staff is recruiting a totally different type of player than Matt Campbell was in 2016 when he was having to just sell a dream kind of thing.
Well, it's also like shooting for guys that are going to come in and play right away after they lose this first initial wave of incoming transfers that we had, because there are going to be some guys that are
they just won't pan out. Yeah.
Well, no, not even that. Just that they're going to be seniors this year too.
Yeah.
So there's going to be opportunity on the horizon for some of these dudes coming in on their freshman year.
So he's just wondering if that was an old Penn State offer on Roman Combs. The Terry Smith, who he's still with Penn State now, is listed as a recruiter, so I'm assuming that Penn State offer is still there.
It's still there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too serious at the moment because he doesn't have a visit.
Yeah, he has no visit there, but that's what's worth noting here too, and also like look at where they're pulling these guys. Now these are later visits in a couple weeks and stuff like that, but Texas, Georgia, Texas, Florida, Texas, Florida, Arizona, Georgia, Ohio, Texas. Like they're going into the states that Iowa State, that the last staff didn't recruit particularly hard. Like the last staff really didn't go after Texas very hard. It didn't go after Florida very hard. They really never really dipped into Georgia hardly at all. And now you're seeing them dip in the quarterback for the class that they're really going after here, Brody Campbell, is a Georgia kid. From Noonan, Georgia. And they actually just offered a 28 kid yesterday from Kennesaw Mountain, Georgia, and who is actually being coached by Jarvis West, former Iowa State receiver.
Fucking small world.
Yeah, no shit. But it looks like a nice player. Bryson Thompson's a big recruit there. If you could get Brody Campbell and Bryson Thompson out of this, you got Bryson Thompson. But
I think I looked at one point what time. But what's Brody Campbell's extra? Or what's his offer list look like?
Brody Campbell's offer list. Let me pull this off. Georgia Tech, Arkansas, Maryland, Boston College. A few other ones here. But again, recruiting against your peers, which is something that I was that it's a different recruiting strategy than we've seen before. Now, we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, the last staff was very good at finding diamonds in the rough, finding guys that were not recruited as highly by other schools. No doubt about it. But we also saw them take some swings on some higher end guys, like last year with all those tight ends with Pramer and Jacobson and all, that whole group of 4-star tight ends that they had, like 4 of them on campus in 2 weeks, and none of them committed. So we saw them take some swings at some higher level guys that we were recruiting against high school. We were recruiting against schools that are at or even above kind of our prestige level, and they miss on some of those guys. This staff is shooting kind of in between, above the diamond in the rough, but a little bit below, like competing with blue bloods on some of these guys. And they're taking a different strategy at this, and that's why, like.
I think they really almost have to, though, like this year one, just to kind of keep building that base, because obviously we have that base now, but it's still a very muddy base,
sure,
to put
absolutely.
it But so they got to get a little more concrete foundation built there, and then they could start searching for some of those diamond in the rough to kind of pair with this middle ground,
Right.
as well.
Jamal Richardson, you see that? Go up.
Oh, right
Jamal
here.
Richardson.
Oh yeah.
Jay Rich.
I remember talking to him down in San Antonio.
Oh,
Or
you
not
even
San Antonio,
said-
down in Dallas for the Big 12 championship game.
Alma mater, Iowa State.
Yep, I remember talking to him.
Get out of here, Jamal.
He tore both of his Achilles, I think, or the same one twice.
Yikes.
Ouch.
But I mean, look at Cameron Roberson here. Like, and we have a shot at landing Cameron Roberson. He's a 4-star corner out of Cypress, Texas. Houston, Vandy, Kentucky, Texas, right there. Colorado, Northwestern, Arkansas, Baylor, Duke. I mean, he's got Power 5 offers coming out the wazoo.
On these 247s, if it has warm right next to them, which it doesn't mean anything if they have cool next to, because they can still change. But
right,
warm obviously means they have a visit, and some cool ones.
There's verified contact there. And he's obviously interested.
Like
he's
legit shot.
Yeah, and he's more, and in my opinion, importantly, also he's visiting on a weekend and not in the middle of the week. I don't know if that matters, but it feels like would save
when the visit is matters. Like, I don't mean like weekday or weekend. I mean like you either want to be the first one or the last one. I think.
Right. And I think
because you'll get some guys that'll like. That's what I did. The first one, and then I committed. I didn't even take the other 5 or 4 or whatever, and then. So you'll get some of those, or if the last one, obviously fresh in the mind. But
and right now you got Houston and Texas right there, which obviously local kids. Houston is recruiting at a super high level right now, and Texas.
The 8th is a Monday.
Texas is Texas. Oh, 8th is a Monday. Fuck.
It is, yeah.
Apparently I fucked up.
Well, we're fucked, Jake.
Fuck me. Well,
yeah, pass on that one. Move on to the next one.
The important part here, though, is that like you've got a legit shot at this 4-star corner that like this is a guy that the last staff may not have even taken a swing at, and I think that's worth noting is that this staff is at least right now recruiting as though they believe that Iowa State is right on par with all those types of with those like lower tier SEC schools and all that, like that they're on par with an Arkansas or a North Carolina or a Georgia Tech or like that kind of program. And I think that is maybe a little bit of a shift in perspective. It's when we have
Donnie, I'm going to kick your ass.
So
with love though.
To kind of swing that back all the way back around to kind of the original question, I think that's why that's one of the things you can look at with this too is that just saying like they're doing they're doing the right things right now to keep recruiting at a high level and even improve a little bit on that a little bit, but then also just being able to bridge the gap between this having a million transfers on the roster to having kind of his guys on the roster and getting your roster built at whatever having your guys means anymore. But
Levi, I'm getting conflicting information here. When the way you're talking is we're going to land all these dudes. The way Carter is mentioning here in the chat,
we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Oh, okay. Well,
So which one are we?
I don't know. Do we have mailbag? We're already at hour 10. Didn't you have mailbag? And we never got to it.
We've been doing a few.
We did a couple. That's how we got here.
Yeah, we're in the middle of that.
I thought we just kind of like went off on a tangent like we do.
We did.
Levi
did preface that he said his will take longer.
Yeah,
and it did.
It did. We did not go on a tangent, but it was initiated by a mailbag question.
It's about boobs in here that I will let go for.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, my fan doesn't have much longer at that speed, dude.
Fan needs a breather.
Yeah,
oh man, Davario Montgomery, what a name! Haven't heard that name in a long time.
All right, we'll end on this one. Favorite yard work activity?
Yard work?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite? Surely you got something better than that to end on. I mean, we can answer it, but
Does I have this is my first year having a fairly substantial garden, like vegetable garden. Does that count as yard work, or is that a different thing?
Yes.
I'll say I'll say mess around in the garden then. I like mowing though. Weed whacking I'm not a fan of, but
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just mowing on a zero.
you don't have a
turn,
very big yard though.
and I don't mow it
Yeah.
because I'm disabled. I mean,
Could you beat SGA in a game of one-on-one fouls did not count?
yes.
No. I know who I am. I'm bad at basketball.
I'll go with that. No.
I mean, if
Hey,
I can
Carter,
foul,
that question's kind of personal. What's my landscaping like? Get out of here. A little personal.
yeah. What's your mom's landscaping like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SGA
I mean,
lost to Kansas State.
He did.
if fouls are irrelevant, I think I can do it.
I
mean,
can't
the guy,
ball. I got
he
no
can't-
jump shot.
My fan would push him over when he shot the ball.
There you go. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Save it for the OnlyFans card.
Currently, the only fan going on right now is Dylan's thing here. But speaking of coming, though, we should talk. Say thank you to our sponsor over at Iowa Distilling Company.
No one said
It was strongly implied.
that one was forced. That one was forced.
Oh,
Dude,
good
you
friends down.
really SGA'd that.
I
Sponsorship.
did. I flopped into it. But anyways, thank you to our sponsors over there. That they've all been awesome sponsors for us all spring, and check it if you can get down there. Check out their location. It's awesome. Went down there a few weeks ago before the spring practice thing. That was a good time. Prairie Fire Cinnamon Whiskey is awesome. The 1858 vodka. Part of those proceeds directly go to Iowa State. So, and also their Saints and Sinners apple pie is very, very good. Love it. Also, the oatmeal cookie shots were crazy. They were real good. Yeah,
A lot of happening and coming.
absolutely. What else we got going on? Do we got anything else to talk about?
Nope, it's all quiet on the Western Front, as they say.
Word.
I mean, what's the next thing we're really kind of hampering here for?
You to get some fucking internet, my guy.
Yeah, other than the internet issue,
Yeah.
we'll work on that next.
When are you
Where are
guys,
you guys in next?
On the podcast next Wednesday in Iowa. For me, Friday.
Yeah. Who's the first guest going to be this off season?
To be determined.
Yeah, we don't know. We're going to work on it though.
Who do you want, Donnie?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys have guest requests that are like reasonable, we don't talk about Tom.
We fired him, but he'll be back football season.
Yeah.
He had some mustache work to get done in Turkey.
Yeah. Get together scheduled in Des Moines. Get together scheduled in Des Moines times outer limits. Probably.
Milan.
Yeah. We'll get Milan on and be like, hey, where are you going to play? And as soon as he doesn't say Iowa State, just get real quiet. Just make it really awkward.
And my decision is to go to St. John's. All right, that was our guest, Milan.
Cool.
I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think that Kentucky's actually probably not a good move for him.
I'm thinking the same.
Make a rivalry nickname for ISU and other Big 12 old bloods. Any team posted
Jacob Park and Steele Jance, same episode.
on the same episode.
I don't know if we could find Jacob Park.
He might be harder to track down than
we
Steele Jance.
found
at this
Steele
point.
Jance.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, Iowa State and Oklahoma State should be a rivalry, like an official one. I don't know what you call it, but like the Tornado Alley rivalry or something like that. Or pick something. But I think Oklahoma State should be an official rival. There was a stretch there where we played like 6 or 7 or 8 games in a row where they're all 1-score games and they're all like crazy good games. And we've also been in a conference with them since like the 50s.
Should we do CW?
What?
As a guest?
A non-guest guest.
Bring somebody to CW on as a guest. Yeah, sure. No, I can probably talk to him about it.
Tyrese Hunter, that'd go over like a
Yeah, I'm sure that'd
fucking
go
rocks.
Austin or Nod, that would be a fun one. Or Brett Meyer, Todd
Meyer.
Blythe, any of those would be fun. Can we get Kane? Would Kane be a fun hang on the pod?
yeah.
Let's do Kane. See if you can talk to Kane about coming on a pod.
We could do that.
There you go. Maybe the first guy of the offseason might be Kane Nwangu.
I was thinking, well, like,
Is it okay? How do you pronounce his last name?
it's actually just Wongu.
Just Wangu. Okay. Because there was a long time it was Wongwu, it was Nwangu.
Yeah.
It's just Wangu.
Yep.
Cool.
You should have at their wedding. The guy he couldn't
Fucked it up. Yeah.
he couldn't get and he knows him, like they go to church with him. He couldn't he couldn't get first names. He called him Kenny. He called it like it was.
It's like me and talking about Milan fucking for the entire basketball season.
It was amazing watching you try to navigate that, because as soon as people started calling you out on it, you're like Milan, no, Milan, fuck no, shit. And I was like, nope, it was Milan. Watching you were just in your own head on how to pronounce Milan.
Had the yips.
I was just thinking about Charlie, but now he's like really rich, so I don't know.
Do you think he'd big time us or what?
Yeah, now he's really rich. Fuck those guys.
Saying talk to him a lot when he was not really rich. Haven't heard from him since he's really rich.
Have you tried to talk to him since he was really rich, or
No.
okay? Someone in the chat said the chat, do you guys see the 2028 Iowa high school recruits? There's actually kind of a lot of high end talent here.
Asheem Young, dude.
Man, what a name there.
He's good.
1, 2, I see
Missile.
a few 4 stars here. Yeah, no,
Let's get Julian Goodjones.
Boy, that'd be
awkward.
For you.
It'd be fine as long as you didn't tell him that we called him Julian Bad Jones.
I think we'd almost have to come up in the conversation. Like it's almost
I'd be like, Julian, I had to have you on because I've been having to work my ass off to vouch for you for 2 years with these guys now.
Oh my God.
that would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
So we spent 5 years calling you Julian Bad Jones. How do you feel about this?
It was really just like the last year, I would say. But,
Jake Campos, he's cool.
Let's
Chase.
get our
Can we
let's
get
get our
Can we get Chase
insurance
Allen on
guy
here?
Colin Newell on the pod.
We can. He works for Penn State, so
Oh, we're not doing that. We're gonna do that right now. Then let's not talk about that right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Colin's been on podcasts for Cyclone Fanatic.
but like him and his family, like ties run pretty deep at Iowa State. But
Let's wait till he doesn't work at Penn State.
we'll see. Hunter Deckers would be electric.
That would be fucking crazy.
Houston Gamblers legend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Julian is a good dude. He's fun.
Like Hunter Deckers pops up on the screen. You're like, hey man, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, what do you even say to him at that point? Oh my God.
Kamari Cotton Moya.
Kamari Cotton Moya, yeah.
That's the name.
Yeah.
I think he was coaching somewhere last I saw.
He was in Denison for a while.
Yes, he was in Denison, yeah. Or Jacquez Washington? Where we get Jacquez Washington? He might have been just before you got to Iowa State.
Joel fucking Lanning.
Joel.
Mike Rose.
I'm down with having anybody on the pod that you think would be a good guest that you can get a hold of. Dylan.
I can get a hold of like quite a few people, I feel like.
Anybody that'd be a good hang, we're down with it.
Marcel Spears.
He's awesome.
I've heard Marcel Spears is awesome. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Said no one.
What's Trevor Ryan doing now? Because he was on the staff for a while.
He actually quit to be like a principal or something.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him.
But
Somewhere.
Tom Farniak.
He's in Iowa. Like he's
South Hamilton. Okay, so he's just north.
Oh,
of
yeah.
yeah.
Isn't he the AD there too?
He's the AD at South Hamilton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice. But
Paul
Alrighty.
Rhodes. Paul Rhodes, and get his take on how he would take over a program.
I mean, fortunately, it's been long enough for now where everyone kind of just likes Paul Rhodes. But
I mean, I think everyone liked him anyways, even though it went bad.
that was one of those where we just like kind of hated that it got to where it was type of thing.
Yeah.
Versus
Plus
like,
Steve
Get
Prohm.
Marchie on here. Marchie's been on here a lot. Marchie's not.
Marchie
a
has his
guest.
own fucking
Yeah,
podcast.
he
on
has
it.
his own show.
The last time Marky was on here, he stood in the background and behind his chair and watched the TV.
That's exactly right. And it's usually a coin flip if he's even fully clothed when we record too. So that'll be fun now.
you're really
That'll be
playing
fun now that
Russian
we're on
roulette.
video. Yeah. It's funny too because like the last year, because like we're still just on audio last season, and he would like his camera that he would use in the Zoom call was
He's on Down the Pipe with Levi.
down the pipe
Carter.
with me and Jordan Harris. He like have it on his iPad, but his camera would get up and follow him around the room. So when he would he'd be like up walking around with like no shirt on or something like that, and it would just go like zoom in as soon as he goes through a door, and then he comes back out.
Or if there's a couple pods he recorded in the dark and all you could see was like he had like a hat
You just had a hat on, yeah.
on and you're like, what? The day I told him that he should have unhooked the plow against Oklahoma, I thought he was gonna like jump through the camera and kill me. So,
But all right. If we don't have anything else pressing to talk about this week, we'll wrap her up.
no,
I don't know why I keep asking Matthias questions
there
like he
is
can answer
nothing, and
reliably.
hey, what do you do?
Because he just fucking starts up out of nowhere.
You guys can't see me right now, can you?
After the Big
No,
12
we can see you
championship
just
loss.
fine. It's fucking crazy though.
After the 2021 or after this last one against Arizona State, probably. Yeah, I wasn't happy.
So down the pipe, we haven't recorded anything since November or whatever.
Football
so
season.
It wouldn't be any recent part of the podcast feed, but I think we're gonna probably record here in the next probably the next week or two, just do an off-season pod and get everybody caught up, since that's one of the only podcasts that's on our network that has not recorded since we switched over. So that'll be coming.
Yep.
Word.
Well, for myself and my internet, Dylan, Levi, we will see you guys next time. Thanks for listening and see you soon.